Hey guys, welcome to week 5. Let's go ahead and look at our to-do list for this week. So after you watch the video, go ahead and take some time to read chapters 3.2 and 3.6. 3.2 is all about time management, specifically relating to college. And then the second one is about goal setting and motivation. Then I have created a time management presentation. After those things, you're going to want to take the quiz, which is right here. And then there's a discussion for you to also complete this week. So I'm going to jump into this presentation. I'm not going to read it word for word, and there are videos embedded, and we're not going to watch those together, but I do want you to take the time after this. And you might be thinking, like, oh, why are we talking about time management? There are so many people that I have talked to that they're like, you know, all of you, you have your personal lives. Some of you have kids. Some of you have, other jobs, multiple jobs, other activities, and you're taking online classes. And it's like, how do I have, like, I don't have enough time in the day. So when it comes to time management, first, you have to figure out what's important to you, right? What is a task that is more important than others, and how you want to kind of block those out in your life. Not like cancel them out by blocking them out, but like how you want to schedule them. So let's go ahead and look at this. This is just an introduction video. So all you have to do to watch the videos is just click on that, and then you can watch it. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So like when we think about time management, why is it important? Why is it important that we even have strategies on managing our time? We want things that are going to help us be efficient, productive, ways to help us balance our life between work and school and personal things. And then if you get a good system down, I'm not saying this is going to, voila, stress is gone, right? But maybe it can help you minimize some stress that you might have about deadlines and time crunches. So the first thing here is talking about SMART goals. This was in the chapter, so I'm not going to read and explain each one of these. I'm going to let you take the time to read through these. But when we're talking about SMART goals and how they relate to time management, it kind of helps us figure out what is important to us. What are the things that we want to achieve, and what do we want to accomplish, and how do we need to spend our time accomplishing those goals? So we want things that are specific. We don't want anything that's too broad. When we're talking about SMART goals, it's got to be something, it doesn't have to be something, that's like 3 years from now. It could be something like by the end of the week, I want to make sure I finish XYZ. Measurable, something achievable, something that's relevant to you. We got to make something that's worthwhile, and then time-based. We want to put a timeline on that so we know when we want to achieve those by. Okay. Um, when talking about goals, we want to make sure that it's something that is personal to us. Um, Maybe you come up with some kind of reward for achieving your goal or your task. And then these are some other things that are helpful. Again, this is from the chapter about setting goals. Okay. I am going to This video right here, it's called the Eisenhower Matrix. It is just a tool to help you figure out what exactly is important in your life. Like if you need to sit down and really go over like, yes, I want to do this, but I need to do this. Like this paper is due and I don't want to fail. I have to pay these bills and I have to do this. I don't have to sit down and watch this show on Netflix, right? So it's all about rearranging things to look at it and say what's urgent, what's more important, what's less important. Planning. I'm going to spend just a moment here. So, personally, for me, I like to create to-do list. just about every single day, I have got little to-do lists all over my desk here that tells me things that I need to get done. Whether that be for the week, like, like if I want something for the week, I might put it on like a note paper like this. I even have myself a little daily task to-do list, like make sure you're doing all these every single day. So that helps me. I know that doesn't help everybody. And I'm also the type of person that will create a to-do list and I'll write something down that I've already done just to get the satisfaction of checking it off. That might sound really nerdy to some people, but I can look at it and say, this is what I have accomplished, this is what I need to accomplish. Another good planning technique is a calendar. So I have a Google Calendar. It's just attached to my email. And so, I can look at it on my phone, on the computer, on my laptop, whatever, on a tablet, and it's always there. I also have a planner. So, sorry. I also have a planner. So I have a planner like this and I take around with me everywhere. And in my planners, I don't know if this is too much information or not, or if it will help you guys, but what I like to do whenever I'm writing things in my planners on a month, I color coordinate. Again, might sound too like nerdy, too much work, but it just helps me. So for example, anything that has to do with Carl Albert, I'll put it in blue. Anything that has to do with my second job as being a coach, I'll put it in red. Anything that's personal, I'll put it in purple. And anything related to church activities, I'll put that in green. So when I open my calendar and I look at it, I can see, okay, this is what I have going on with church these days. I've got meetings these days, and it just kind of helps me see where I have things planned. Time blocking is another planning technique that I know people that use it. I don't necessarily use it, but the way it could work is say, okay, well, I got a shift and I'm working from 9 to 5. I know that when I get home, I need to cook dinner, you know, do some chores from 5 to 6. And then I need to set myself some time to do some homework. So maybe from like 7 to 8, I can do homework. And, like during those times, it's kind of like, oh, my homework time is 7 to 8 or maybe 7 to 7:30. I don't want to focus on anything else except for homework during that time. And so that's kind of how time blocking works. It's kind of just like setting yourself a schedule. Managing distractions. I get very easily distracted, so I know there has to be some other people out there that do as well. Words are hard sometimes. This video is called the Pomodoro effect or Pomodoro technique. Again, you'll click that so that you can watch it. 3 minutes long, nothing too terribly long. So I'll let her explain that to you. All right, delegation techniques. This might not feel, you might not feel like this applies to you, but I did put this information in here because I'm hoping that it'll help somebody. So take time to read that. Overcoming procrastination. This video right here talks about why we procrastinate, what our brains are doing while we're doing that, and trying to find ways to help you overcome that. So even if even if you're not a person who procrastinates, I think it's important to watch this video so that, say you have a friend or partner and they're a procrastinator and it drives you insane. This will give you a peek into their brain and what they're experiencing. Okay. This is just talking about how at the end, right, you've figured out your goals, what's important to you, what's urgent, what's not urgent. What strategy works for you? Do we want to do a to-do list? Do we want to do a calendar? Do we want to do the Pomodoro technique. This is just talking about how you want to go back and evaluate your time management plan or strategy and go over that and make adjustments. In conclusion, effective time management is crucial for boosting productivity and achieving a balance between work and personal life. By identifying priorities, planning effectively, and managing distractions, you can reach your goals more efficiently. Apply techniques. Implement the discussed techniques. So try some of this stuff in your life and see if it helps you out. Identify and focus on your main priorities, and we want to evaluate regularly. It's a hard word to say. Review and adjust your time management practices periodically. So just because one time management practice works for you this week or this month, maybe you need to switch it up. Okay, let me go back to Blackboard here. So one thing I want to say about time management is not a one size fits all. You have to figure out what works best for you. All right. Hopefully that was some good information and I wasn't just rambling for however long. So after you've taken the quiz, there is a group discussion. So let's take a look at that. Here it is. Let's open this up. Sorry. Okay, so it says use the time management calculator at this website to see how you spend your time. So let's go ahead and take a look at that together. So the way you're going to do this is, so say you're taking 12 credit hour classes, it automatically does the study time. Say you work 40 hours a week. Say you sleep, I don't know. Let's just see. If you're supposed to get 8 hours a night, right? Then let's say we sleep 56 hours. Who knows? Let's say we take 8 hours to eat, 8 hours to exercise. That feels low, but whatever. Say every day we take an hour to commute, so 7 hours. Relationships, if you can have fun, right? And so you're putting in your hours on how much time you spend, in these categories. And it kind of just gives you a visual of, oh, right, like right now, my thing is mostly sleep. Okay, so you can kind of adjust that and look at that. So when you're done looking at this, oh man, sorry, I did not know I was going to go all the way back to that. You're going to answer your discussion question. To click 1,000 things again. Sorry about that. So here are your questions. It says answer the following questions in complete sentences. You can number them or you can answer in paragraph form. That's up to you. So here's the questions. Number 1, based on the time management calculator, what are your top 3 things you spend the most time on? So mine was like sleep, work, and let's say relationships was like my top 3. So that's all you have to answer that one. Considering what you've read in the chapters, the information from the presentation, and thinking about your time management calculations, what improvement would you like to make when it comes to time management? So maybe you're like, oh, well, I would like to improve on how much time I spend with my family or how much time I spend on my schoolwork. And then the last one is create SMART goals for the following. I want you to create a SMART goal for something academic related. Does not have to pertain to freshman orientation. It can be about any other class. Something, a SMART goal for your career. It could be the job that you have now or maybe the future career that you're planning on. And then a SMART goal for time management. That could be how you want to plan. Like, do you want to do to-do lists? Do you want to do a calendar? It could also be, maybe you want to try the Pomodoro technique or whatever. It can be anything like that. So that is for week 5. Okay, so reading 2 sections of chapter 3. I do want you to go through that presentation and watch those videos. I scoured through a lot of different videos to try to find ones that I thought were relevant for you guys and that weren't too long. Take the quiz, do the discussion. So, oh, last thing. If you are struggling with anything at all and you want to schedule a time with me, you can schedule an appointment with me on You Can Book Me. Maybe you're like, I am still lost on time management. I don't know what I need to do to be better organized. Like if you need help with time management strategies, how to get better organized, we can plan a meeting and chat. So I'm going to click on this. You Can Book Me. It's going to open here. So in September, these are the days that I have available. So you would just click on one. It gives you a time. You click the time, first name, last name. If you want to meet over the phone, just a phone call, a Zoom meeting, or if you want to come to my office and meet in person, you'll fill all that, click confirm, and then it'll send you an email. So I know this was a longer video, but I hope you found this information helpful, and I hope you guys have an amazing week.